Well, I streamed about 4 hours ago with the similar title, except for the part 2 part. Thanks, Nicholas Stojan. You're the best. I haven't seen you in a while. I don't know how much, if Hans wants 100 million per count, or he wants 100 million per entity per count. So he's either suing for 400 million or 2 billion. I'm not sure. Good question. 2 billion, what else? Yeah. Man, if he gets 1% of that, that's a lot of money. You see what I'm saying? No? I mean, 1% of 2 billion is 20 million. God damn. I haven't talked to my brother about the chances of winning such a suit, but like my understanding of chess.com's attitude towards these kinds of things is they don't settle out of court. They think they're right, and when they say stuff like you cheated and we think you cheated and your account's banned and we call you a cheat, if they get sued, they defend themselves and say they have proof. They're not going to say, we went too far, so we'll settle out of court. Now, I'm not saying the other entities won't settle out of court. I just don't see chess.com doing that. I think chess.com prefers to be vindicated. So I think this is going to go to court. And then the two options are it's laughed out of court and the judge just dismisses it and refuses to listen. Or he thinks it's okay and we have a trial. And this will be bigger than the Amber Heard Johnny Depp trial for sure. And I'll be the main commentator, obviously. And Yasser. Yeah, it's already been decided by the court of public opinion that me and Yasser will do the live commentary for the court case. Yeah, I mean, I'll be like, Hans said this and Magnus said this. And then Yasser will be like, in 1972, Lajos Portish said that Lubomir Lubojevich played a bad move, and Lubo wanted to go to court because he didn't make a bad move, and they argued for years about whether the move was bad, and then Viktor Korchnoi stepped in, and he said, let's ask Anatoly Karpov. And the matter was never settled. It's still in court now, backlogged. That'll be what he says. Pick one, subscribed. Hooray. The suit is in the Eastern District Court in St. Louis. It's federal court. So somebody said Missouri law applies, but I thought it was a federal case, although I could be wrong. So I don't think what's stated in matters, but it has to. If defamation should be in the state. So I don't know. Now, Ferenc Portish was also asked, and he said, I played Ben Feingold once and I crushed him. Unfortunately, that's true. Man, I got beat bad. I was white. It was an Exchange Kings Indian, and I got crushed. Thanks for the 1,000 centidues, Nicholas Stojan. You're the best. It's tough doing Hikaru. It takes a year off my life. CL Smith subscribed. Thank you. Thanks for the sub. Go Hype Train. Objection 3 full repetition is likely. Tort law, the law state court, the lawsuit is federal. Good. My dad was a law professor and a chess master. My dad was not a law professor, or law professional. My brother has a law degree, and he works in a law office. My dad worked for the state of Michigan, and at one point he was an investigator, but it wasn't like he was down with the law. But my brother's actually going to be here tomorrow night. He's driving back from Disney World, and we're going to have dinner. But I don't think he's going to come on the stream. He's just driving through. He's going to keep going. He drove all night to get to Detroit. A not so well-known Cyndi Lauper song that she went to Detroit. I am the law. Anyway, it'll be interesting, and that's what matters. Let's go Hype Train. We got to hype this. I think I'm going to play a few games and try to get my rating back up because my rating is embarrassing now, 2762. You know, what am I, Hans Niemann? Terrible. And so forth. I can't handle the Hans. I don't know what Hikaru said about the lawsuit. Won't answer me. Oh yeah, David Proust is pretty mad. What's funny is, many years ago, David Proust, who was like on the ground floor of chess.com, he quit in a huff. He was very mad at chess.com. Then they made up. And obviously, before all of this happened, over the last 7-8 years, most people in the chess world aren't fans of Hans Niemann because of his personality. So I think David Proust is thinking, this guy cheated a lot on chess.com. This guy's not a nice person. And for some reason, David Proust is singing Danny's praises. I guess they're friends. And he thinks Danny's doing good for chess. So he has sort of the opposite view of me. Although we have the same view on Hans. I'm not a Hans fan. But in this instance, I side more with the truth than with who I like. Right now, I don't really like anybody. I like Karen. But, the individuals involved, the principals, they're all terrible people and companies. So I assume, as I tweeted, Lee Chess is going to just buy chess.com soon, since chess.com is going to be worthless. And I'll be a Lee Chess streamer, finally. The goal of my life. No, I assume at some point I'm going to get an email from chess.com saying I'm not a chess.com streamer anymore. That wouldn't surprise me. Then I'll be a Lee Chess streamer. It hasn't happened yet. But I mean, I diss chess.com a lot, so I wouldn't be surprised if they tell me my services are no longer required. Whatever that means. Basically take off the chess.com logo. That's about all I would have to do. I can still do chess.com, just would be a chess.com streamer. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know. Who cares? It's all funny to me. Yeah. And so forth. Well, the benefit that I get from chess.com streaming is I'm on Chess TV 3 times a week. Tuesday, Saturday, and Sunday. That's it. So, that's not much of a benefit. But, we'll see what... I don't care which platform I stream on, obviously. But I've been streaming on chess.com for 6 years. I did stream on chess.com and Lee Chess at the beginning. Because I used to play on Lee Chess occasionally 6, 7, 8 years ago. It was funny, about, I want to say 7 years ago, but I could be 2 or 3 years off. When Lee Chess was very popular at the beginning. So Lee Chess had been around for maybe 2 or 3 years, and it was unclear which site was more popular, Lee Chess or chess.com. Yes, this is a true story. Yasser Seirawan said to me, there's this place to play chess online, Lou Chess, and it's got millions of people. I've never heard of it. And I said, do you mean Lee Chess? And he goes, yeah, that's it. Have you heard of this place? So that was funny. Yasser was the last person to have heard of Lee Chess. Also, many people have never gone to Magnus Carlsen's Wikipedia page and noted that his name on Wikipedia is Sven Owen Magnus Carlsen. And they learned that from the lawsuit. They're like, what's this name? Yeah. Would he be world champion if he actually used his real name? Sven Owen, I don't know. Would Nakamura be a good player if he used his real name? We'll have to ask Hikaru. Triboluminescence subscribed. Great. So basically all the chess players none of them use their real name. Terrible. Yeah, Sven Carlsen, people would just start crushing him. They'd be like, Sven, I'm not losing a guy named Sven. But Magnus, that sounds pretty impressive. So you can see how he gained a couple hundred rating points with that.